I'm Jay with FlyGym Fitness, and what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be showing you how to set up your FlyGym correctly, because I know there's 13 pieces, which means we can be really creative with it, but we also want to make sure that we know what we're doing. So when you open your FlyGym box, let's say you just got your brand new FlyGym, you're going to have your daisy chains, and they're going to be either 4 or 6 feet long. The ends are different. You'll notice that one end has reinforcement threading, and so this is the side that's going to be going up at the top to give you a little more security. Now, you want to make sure that you're hanging your FlyGym 32 to 36 inches apart, and if you want to, I don't know if you can show up there, but we've got exposed beams that we're hanging our extensions around. If you don't have exposed beams, you can also, if you want to permanently install, you're going to put eye bolts into the studs, into your ceiling studs, and we have an informational page on our website that explains how you can go about doing that. Otherwise, if you are not permanently installing it, you can feel free to use it at the park, on the monkey bars, pull-up bars, and you'll be nice and secure there as well. So I'm going to show you how to attach the daisy chains. Now I've got 2 up here, so I'm just going to add this one to the other one, but this is the way that we tie it through so that we have a nice tight knot. So I'm going to take this side through, and then I'm going to take the bottom of it and put that through the loop at the top, and then I'm going to pull it nice and tight. So what I've done here is I've made it so that the more I pull down on it, the tighter and the stronger this knot is going to get. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side right here. I'm a little uneven, so you want to try and get them as even as possible. I'm a little uneven right here, but we'll be okay for the demonstration purpose of this. Okay, I want to make sure that goes all the way through, and pull it nice and tight. Okay, so now the daisy chains are hooked up. You can give them a little test just for security to make sure they're nice and tight. Then we're going to go into hanging our pieces. So you're going to have your main sling. This is the big one, the one that your torso is going to be in most of the time. All right, and you're going to want to attach the carabiners to this main sling. What I like to do is I also like to take the wrist straps, and I'm going to loop the wrist straps on top of the main sling. So just one loop through the other and pull it all the way down, and then put the carabiner on. That way I can use the wrist strap like a handle. When you're holding the wrist strap, your hand goes through and then you hold onto it. So you have a nice strong grip and you're not just holding with your fingers. But a lot of times it can be hard to grip the whole fabric, and for some exercises you might just want a handle instead. Okay, so we're going to do that on both sides. Get the other side on here. Oops. Okay, now for now I'm just going to hang this at kind of a mid-level height, but I'll be showing you how to adjust the heights for the purpose of different exercises. So we're going to clip that on. You want to make sure you have the same notch so that they're about nice and even, okay? Then I'm going to show you what to do with the side loops. So your other pieces, you have this side loop, and you can use this for your arms and your legs. And I also like to take the little arm cuff that we use for ab exercises. I like to just put them together. Now this is if you're using all of your pieces of the FlyGym at once. Sometimes this is a nice thing to do if you're teaching a class. That way all your pieces are there and you can transition from using one piece to the next, or using as many pieces as you need to support your participants in your class. You can totally do exercises where you're only hanging the arm cuffs, or you're only hanging the side loops, or using the main sling by itself. So you can mix and match these and combine these as however you want. Another note as well, you'll notice that I've kind of mixed and matched red and black sets right now, and I'm just doing this for the purpose of the video so you can see the different pieces as I'm hanging it. But when you buy it, you will buy either a black one or a red one or something like that all together. Now if you notice right here, the way I've hung this is I have the main sling, and then the side loops for the arms and legs are hanging 2 notches below. And that's going to be important because that way you're set up right. Now if you have longer legs or shorter legs or arms, these might need to change a little bit, but generally this is what works. Okay, so I'm going to get my props out of the way. now from here, I'm going to show you 3 different levels that we usually hang at for most of our exercises. So the first level is at about hip or waist height, where I am right now. So we have one hold that's our hip hold, where you're going to be doing forward-facing exercises. So the FlyGym goes right over the hips. And now if you're using your arms with that, the arms will come into the loops from here. Now I'm going to be walking backwards and coming down towards the floor just to show you what this looks like. So I come down all the way here. Alright, so I can be in a push-up position. Now I'm sure you've seen some of our exercises on the websites where you can also bring your legs up. There's more detailed instructions for how to do that later, but it's just a basic thing to show you how to get into that position. And I can do that with or without the arm cuffs, the arm straps. So the arm straps will give me a little bit more stability. Here I'm relying on my shoulders a little more, okay? So that's our prone hold. The other one is called, so that's the hip hold. The rib cage hold comes behind the back. This one's our most common, most stable holds. So it's behind, holding in around the back of the rib cage, leaning back into the fabric so you get a little bit of tension, walking the feet forward. Shoulders roll back and down. Lots of exercises we can do from right here, stretches that we can do going side to side with the feet grounded. Another position you've probably seen is the feet in from here. So from here you can take your foot, maybe your whole leg to begin with. It's a little more stable if you're just starting out, so you get used to this, okay, because you'll be coming completely off the ground. Or over the bottoms of your feet. A little bit more of a challenge on that stability, but you're flying low, which means you can hold the ground if you need it, okay? Coming out of that, one leg at a time, walking it back up. Now let's say I want to do some stretches down close to the floor. So I'm going to take the side loops off right here, so you can see this a little bit better. The side loops are coming off. We want to make sure you're putting those down gently so that you're not slamming the carabiners into the floor, because we don't want to damage them. So now for my floor exercises, I'm going to move the main sling so that it's just a little bit above my knees. Okay, that's maybe a little low. Let's go up here. Okay. So I'm going to give you once again a little preview of how to get into this position. More details in our tutorial websites, but just so you can see what you can do with a FlyGym. It's going to come around my lower back. Now this requires a little bit more stability. I'm going to go nice and slow. Heel to toe, leaning back, walking forward, 1 foot at a time, very slowly, down, 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 head to the ground, okay? So then you've got this around the back of your hips, maybe picking your feet up. A little bit of an inversion on the ground. So this is how we do low inversions. If you're someone who going upside down is not really your thing, but you still want to get the benefits of an inversion for your spine and that decompression, we do it right here on the ground. Okay? Then coming out, chin to chest so that we protect the neck. We're going to slowly walk it back on up. And now I'm going to show you how we get into our full inversion. So when you're doing your full inversion, that means you're going to want to take this and hook it up as high as you can reach. You might even want to get a step ladder if you feel like you need that, but I know that I'm good when I hook it in on these ones. So right here, I've hooked that up as high as I can. I'm going to stand in front, and just to give you a little preview of what an inversion looks like, that's going to come into my lower back. Right underneath the attachment points, I'm leaning back, picking my feet up off the ground, tilting back. Now notice my legs are going from the outside in, and then I'm coming into my hang. So really nice work for your spine right here. To come out holding, feet pointing to the floor, and coming up. Alright, so I hope you have fun trying some of those things out. That's just a little preview into some of the things you can do with a FlyGym. Please check out our website, our YouTube page, for more photos of exercises and more tutorial videos. And if you're really interested, you can sign up for one of our trainings. We've got them all over the country and hopefully all over the world for 2013.